Hello there and welcome to this course on Cloudera Data Platform. I am Sijesh and this video we are going to create ADLS storage account and application ID which we use for connecting CDH with ADLS storage. So first step, I am going to create a resource group here. So you can add any name, choose the subscription wherever you want to create and choose the location that you selected for your CDH cluster. Go ahead and create this resource group. It won't take much time. So once the resource group is created, so we are going to create ADLS storage account. So from the search menu, type the storage account. So which is same as our normal storage account. So only the difference is while creating, you need to make or tick some settings, select some settings for that. Subscription and resource group you can choose, and ADLS storage account name, you need to give some unique name for the storage account because this URL will be publicly available, so it should be unique. And again, choose the location wherever you want to deploy this. So always choose the same location that you choose for our CDH cluster. And the replication and all you can choose. I'm choosing locally redundant storage. So the networking part, so I'm not making much changes and leaving as default. Then next, I can go to the data protection part. Here also, I'm not touching anything, leaving as default. So here in advanced part, we need to make some changes. So you can see one part like data lake storage gen 2 that you need to enable. Hierarchical namespace you need to enable. So by default, it will be in the disabled state. So you need to enable that before going. So okay, I'm just enabling that. If you are not enabling, it will be normal storage account only. The tag is an optional part, you can leave it. So finally, the review page will do the validation, and once the validation is succeed, you can go ahead and create by hitting this create button. So this creation may take some time, so you have to wait. So definitely it will take a few minutes. Okay, you can see the status here in this page that saying like deployment is in progress. So you have to wait until this is completed. Okay. So once this is completed, you can click go to resource and you can see that resource detail. So you can see the container, files, tables and queues, and it looks like similar to normal storage account only. So next we will go and hit this Azure Active Directory, click this Active Directory and then app registration. So we are going to create a new app ID and give some name for this application ID. I'm just using the name as ADLS Connect and supported account type. So you can choose the default one only. And the URL also I'm leaving this default and then register. So this will immediately create an app ID. So you can see in this page, you can see the app ID name, then client ID, directory ID, object ID, then redirect URL, etc. Then hit this API permission and add a new permission by hitting this add permission. And this will pop up a page like this where you have to choose ADLS data lake. Just select that, click that to select and then use this user impersonation option, and also make sure you selected this delegated permission which is on the top. Just hit there to select that as well. So once you have selected that, so we can go ahead and add this permission by hitting this add permission button. So next we have to grant this admin consent by hitting this grant admin consent for default. Once prompted, select yes to continue. So you can see this status here like it's granted and showing as green. Okay. So that's it. Now we will create the credential for this. Just hit this certificate and secret and create a new client secret. Just hit this new and the description, add some name. The expiry duration you can choose 1 year, 2 year or never depending on your requirement. So you can see the credential here. So this is the value and this will be available for display immediately. So once you close the window and reopen next time, it won't be there. So keep this credential in a safe place, and again don't disclose it with anyone. So if you feel like anyone knows this or anyone has taken, so you need to delete this app ID immediately. I'm collecting this application ID or client ID, directory ID and object ID and secret, which I will be using later for connecting CDH with this IDLS2. Okay, so object ID and this credential. So this three, I don't think object ID we need, but the other three we need for connecting CDH cluster or any cluster with ADLS2. The next part, we need to add this permission on this ADLS2. So I copied that application ID. Then from the storage account, go to the identity and access management and add a role assignment here. So my application ID should have the contributor access here. So again, I don't think we need a full contributor. We just need storage account contributor. I just selected my app ID and then click OK to add that. Okay, so you can add the storage account contributors specifically available, but here I just added full contributor. So you can see this app ID has full contributor access here. So that's it. We will be using this properties or these values while connecting CDH with the ADLS2. So thank you for watching this video. We will see in the next video. Bye.